Welcome back. Long awaited return of
About time,
one of the most hyped
Yeah,
shows to ever exist. Ball sports. Um, this is a
we
lot
back.
different from your normal first take uh, when Undisputed existed. We actually tell it how it is, and you know, we're unbiased of it. Well, we are biased, but we speak on facts. So, if everybody could just introduce themselves, I'm Donovan, the founder of Ball Sports.
he has a
I'm Scott,
co-host, but
the co-founder of Ball Sports.
I'm Clutchy, the guest on Ball Sports.
And I'm Caleb. I'm a guest sports journalist.
Yeah.
Sir. All right, so let's get into our first topic. Yesterday we watched the Final Four, or some of us did, and we had two great games. A lot of people were complaining that there were four number one seeds, but you know, it turned out to be a good thing as they were both competitive. Usually, you see one game is more competitive than the other, but we got two great games last night. What do you guys have to say?
It was a movie. I Walter
Personally, I feel
Clayton
like
Jr. Um, I got Florida winning it all. I would like to hear who y'all got winning it all. I got
hmm
Florida. Walter Clayton Jr. I think is the best. I'm gonna say the best player because it was Cooper Flag to me. But Cooper Flag, like I said, he didn't he didn't finish the game. Walter Clayton, he showed multiple times that he could finish the game. So I'm sold on the Gators, but with the Houston's relentless, like they're relentless, like they never stop. So you can't sleep on Houston either, though. So I don't know, like it's gonna be a good game, but I'm going with Florida.
Yeah.
I like Florida too. And about the two number one, I mean the four number one seeds thing didn't really bother me because I think it only happened like once before this, so it's not like it
Yeah.
happens all the time. And like at the end of the day, they there because they're the best teams, man. You
right.
got you got
Exactly.
40 minutes to
Exactly.
go out there and hoop. So we
Exactly.
see upsets all the time, and I think personally, like if one of them eight seeds or something would have got matched up against like Duke or Florida, any of these teams, they would have got killed. Like
Belt would have been
it
applied.
wouldn't have been close. A lot of these games haven't been close. This hasn't been like a close tournament for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
I
Nope.
feel like
but the
one, I have
final four,
Florida. I agree with you. I think people are so used to seeing Cinderella stories, so now they get accustomed to being like, "Oh man, like we had this underdog team that I thought was gonna make it far," and like the people who are their number one seeds for a reason, like they gotta be good. I really had Duke. I think Cooper Flag played great. He shot very well. He shot well all throughout the tournament. He was. I've been saying that since last year. He's been that guy. Even in high school, he was like that. Great two-way player. I think he's top. He was top five in the tournament personally.
Top
But I do
one,
like,
top two.
yeah. But I do like all. I like
yeah,
Florida a
and
lot.
Clayton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clayton the dog too. I mean, even though isn't Clayton a senior?
Yeah,
He's
Yeah, I
older,
believe
right?
he's a
so.
kid.
Yeah,
He's reaching
I
unk
know that.
status, but hey, he's the same age as me, so I guess I'm reaching unk status too. But yeah,
he's got to
I
be an
think
NBA player.
I think we
Definitely
have to
NBA
have a
player.
conversation about Duke's and like what were they doing in their timeout? Like they like scribbling lines like Darvin Ham. Like what were they doing? Because they literally had like five possessions where they just couldn't get the ball inbounds. Um, I mean Houston,
Yeah, that
It
was
might have just been lack of execution, honestly. Like
Houston.
I was trying to go back and see
Oh,
some
it was
parts because
lack of
I
execution.
didn't see the
You
whole
said it,
game.
Tugler. Remember that when you said Tugler?
Yeah, I was saying it yesterday. Like, if you don't want to play Tugler in a pickup game because he will get every rebound.
Yeah,
Their whole team. I saw there was a video of like they do drills where they just dive for the ball. Like they'll just fight for it. Literally be scratching and clawing. Um, and that really embodies their whole team because they all play like they wear black Air Forces. So
They
um,
do.
and
every
never
year.
they
Every
never
year, that's how
quit.
their team
Literally
is.
every year, whether they
yeah.
make shots or not. Um, they don't have the most NBA talent, but they all play hard. They're the most conditioned team every game. Um, and they just won it more than the other team most times. And
Yeah.
even when they went up to the Big 12 from the American, it didn't really make a difference. They still were dominating the conference. They went 19-1 in the Big 12. So um, yeah, shout out to them, man. But so you guys have Florida. You say you guys have Florida winning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida.
I actually
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Houston. I think their physicality is gonna overwhelm Florida early on in the game, and then it's just gonna uh, wear them down in the second half. I think Walter Clayton's gonna have a great game, but it's just gonna be everyone else around him that's gonna
Right.
have a harder time um, on offense and just on the glass. I think they're gonna get dominated on the glass.
I think my problem with
That's a
Houston
hot take.
is
It is a hot
I
take,
just
but
don't think
I'm the hot take merchant.
I don't think they got like the shot making, like the shot creating outside of Crier, what is it, Crier,
Crier,
Fryer,
yeah,
whatever,
Crier,
Crier, like
Emmanuel Sharp though, he was
yeah,
hitting them
sharp,
pretty.
sharp can hit.
He
Yeah,
was hit. I respect it. Yeah, he was hitting.
yeah, but it's like, bro, I like yesterday. It was probably like six straight possessions. It was just a Crier three, like 30 foot
True.
three. Like they weren't getting any offense, and they have those droughts. It's like they're a great team, but it's like they're just so like
they're very
so
limited.
defensive
Yeah.
minded. It's like yeah, like their shot creation is always limited. Like they'll have like a couple of players, like they had like Sasser the one year,
Yeah,
but then outside of that, it's just a bunch of black Air Force dudes. Like,
yeah, of course, bunch of football players.
And we can't forget about
but yeah,
Elijah Martin.
the rebounding kind of
Yeah,
worries
Elijah
me though.
Martin, he has stupid bounce. I said this yesterday. I'm like, he should go in the NFL combine. He should have a
Yeah.
pro day next week.
Yeah, that dunk was
He's
crazy.
jumping.
First
He
he
had the
dunked
one
from the
dunk,
free
like
throw line,
one step inside the free throw line. He's like 6'1". Like, what
then
the
he
heck?
punched him.
But
Yeah, he got crazy, and he can shoot too. He's nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be a good game though. Um, I honestly
It's gonna
want
be a great
Florida to
game.
win because I just like Walter Clayton,
Yeah.
and I think they have the better team, honestly. But I just think Houston's gonna get the better of them tomorrow. But
Are they
we'll have to
favorite?
see. I would assume Florida's the favorite.
I think
If
Florida's
Yeah.
definitely the
there's
favorite.
no way Houston's the favorite. But yeah,
Yeah, Florida was the second favorite to win after Duke.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, John Shire, he's gonna have to answer some questions because that I don't know what they were doing on those inbounds. Like it looked like they didn't even practice it all year.
I
So
promise you.
yeah. But shifting gears, we could talk about the women's game that's about to happen in what a few hours.
Mhm.
We got Paige Becker's UConn versus South Carolina. Um, who do you guys have winning?
UConn.
Yeah, I'm going
I
UConn.
got UConn.
They they were killing UCLA. I was like,
Yeah.
geez,
They
I
have
was not
been.
expecting that.
I
I
know.
mean, they played South Carolina a couple months ago at South Carolina, and they won by like 25 points. So yeah,
Yeah,
Their offense is
pretty
just
good.
overwhelming. It's their team is just insane.
yeah.
I
South
think,
Carolina has a lot of young players too. So like they just
yeah,
I think UConn's experience. I mean, obviously South Carolina won last year. I mean,
right.
they win all the time. It's the same five teams every year. But but yeah. I just think, UConn has a few players that had injuries in the past where they missed the whole season.
Yeah,
They look hungry. They played USC without Juju, but um, they look good. Obviously, the other night they looked good.
And
So
they beat UCLA.
yeah, so
UCLA is really good.
they just got hot at the right time, and I think they're just gonna carry that momentum.
And if I'm going for Dawn Staley and Malaysia Fuwiley, that's what I'm going with. But if Paige Buckets, AZ Fudd, and Sarah Strong is playing like how they played against UCLA, that's it's gonna be tough. But I'm going with Dawn Staley. Like I said, the South Carolina got defense, and Scott is right. They did lose by 29 the last time, but
Yeah.
hopefully they get it together. Like I said, South Carolina they play defense, but I'm going for the upset because they did get that built the last time.
Yeah, that was. And Paige didn't even. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Paige was only 3 for 12 in that game.
Yeah.
But she still had a double double. So
Right.
yeah, AZ
I'm
Fudd.
definitely gonna try to listen later.
Stacey Ford
Yeah,
be
she
going
is going
crazy.
stupid. All right, let's switch to the NBA. There's a lot to talk about. I could start out with Stephen A. Smith, but I'm not going to. Um, let's start out
The
with
drug
OKC.
itself.
What are your thoughts on OKC? I know they're receiving a lot of hate. Everybody's talking about, oh, they're overrated. Shay's shooting free throws all the time. Oh, they wouldn't beat the 2016 Thunder. Like, I
2016.
get like I don't think people have really understand how much the game has evolved since
Do
2016.
people
Like, you still have people like Al Jefferson as a four playing in the post every like the game
Let's not
it's a
disrespect
different
L.
game.
Jefferson
No,
though.
he's
L.
a legend. Al Jefferson is a legend. Him and
think
Zach
about
Lowe.
Roberson? Think about Roberson in
Roberson was a
this.
Andre
In this,
defender.
Andre
Andre
Roberson
Roberson.
Yeah,
would
Andre
look
Roberson was a
Oh,
defender. We go
he would be
what?
wearing an Uber Eats uniform if he was playing against the 2025 Thunder.
yeah.
But KD,
that
you
man,
Jeez,
got
Carl.
KD though. You
I mean,
got young Russ. You got
KD's
young
gonna,
Russ.
but they
I mean, KD's gonna be KD. That's not. I mean, Steven
that's
Adams
the
already
thing
had
though.
Victor.
like
That's no question.
Russ is,
they no the
Oh, they
20
had
we
Sabonis
know
and
we
Jeremy
gonna get
Grant.
from Russ.
no they got Sabonis for next year.
How was it next year? Oh, you
Yeah,
said 2015. You said
they just
2015.
don't have enough scoring. Like that's why KD left. Like he said, we
Oh
have
yeah,
too many
Serge.
athletes. We don't have enough skill players.
Well, KD leaves a team every 2 years. Think about leaving the Suns.
But
Wow, so
that was the first
that's
one.
not even. He can't even retire anywhere. Just
No,
keep
the
leaving
Suns are
the
trying to
team.
get rid of him.
Oh, the Suns
Like
trying to get rid of him?
Yeah,
yeah, because I mean they're just
He's
stuck.
gone
They-
after the summer.
yeah, he can come to the Cavs.
They might as well just
Mm,
trade Booker too, bro. They're
yeah.
not gonna do it.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, people have been
I
talking
think
about Shea.
the
Oh,
Thunder, and this is my problem, right, with social media and the lack of coverage that they do. They paint Shea out to be this guy that has to get free throws, even though the statistics say he doesn't need it. He'll
he has
average
the
like
most
26
points
or
without free
27.
throws.
Yeah, he still leads the league,
Oh no, we got some lag.
right? He still leads the league. Then you have people saying that, oh, his team is stacked, even though a lot of them were drafted, picks in and out, they develop. J Dub is good. Everybody in there is good.
Chet Hartenstein missed the first what, like 15, 20 games of the season, and Chet missed 20 games. Like, what are we talking about?
They don't even have
Chet's
Chet.
only played 30. I don't
Exactly.
even think Chet's played 30 games yet. Like
Exactly.
It's like the
people have
team
been
that they
in and out
have
the
now.
lineup all year.
The Thunder are scary. I don't. There's not a younger team that is scared of them because they play defense too. Everybody plays defense. Like it's like you have to really be locked in. The Celtics can only match them so much, right? They got him on the threes. They got him because no, I
They
don't think
play
anybody
different
takes more threes than the
games.
Celtics. But the Thunder, the lack of coverage for the Thunder is just annoying. It's frustrating because even with the Cavs too, it's just good teams that you just they need to be a spotlight. If it was Warriors and Lakers, they'd be all over, right? If it was KD, Curry, or LeBron, it's just even Giannis. Giannis doesn't even get spotlight. It's a problem. It's not even just the Thunder. It's just teams that
I
just
just don't think
need
they talk about
coverage.
They don't
teams
talk about
enough. Any
basketball.
they
They
don't
don't
talk
talk
about
about the
teams.
actual
It's just all
games.
about soap opera stuff. It's just,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's all
drama.
about the players and it's about personal stuff. That's all it's about is drama.
You,
It's not
yeah.
about nobody talks about the Thunder how they should be talking about the Thunder. They
Shea,
about to
right.
win what like 69 games.
Literally.
They just
Shea
been
has
dominating the
literally,
league and it's ridiculous.
Shea has had 70 straight 20-point games. Like that does not even make sense. And
He's
we
the
are
original
talking about
In the modern era.
point
LeBron
man.
fighting Stephen A. Smith. What are we doing, bro?
It's
What
stuff like that
are we
that
doing?
kills me because mind you, he just got a new contract. Stephen A. just got a new
Stephen A.
contract.
needs to.
He pulls in views, but it's not for the right reasons. And like you got an organic team that is forming with the Thunder. Shay's a leader. Like people that are really coming together and and you can see the energy. Like this is a good like team that they have, and they're building that. And it's just like nobody cares, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, like people hate on, like they hate on like the post game stuff when like they have the whole team there and
Yeah,
stuff.
Right?
people just hate
It's
on
just a
everything.
regular.
It's
It's a
toxic.
regular
Oh shoot!
random Tuesday, and they're just crying about it. They're playing the Blazers on a Tuesday night. Like, who
Bro.
cares?
And it's so crazy because I remember when James Harden was literally foul bait. He based his game off of
Man,
drawing fouls, and people were complaining about it. But then now people are they said Shea versus Harden.
I
Oh,
know.
Harden, don't even make that comparison. You talking about the biggest foul baiter to ever live, and you
It's
compare him to Shea? Like, what are we talking about?
it's because he was
It's
averaging
nostalgia. It's
literally
nostalgia,
dang near
man.
40. It's because of
It's
the amount of
nostalgia.
points he put up. That's why people are like, oh, you can't compare because
I
his
mean,
team was
Shea's
worse.
putting up 33 a game.
And
Like,
But they
yeah,
gotta prove it in the
boom.
playoffs now. That's
They
yeah,
do have to
that
prove
same
it.
thing with the
yeah,
Cavs. It's time to
absolutely.
prove it in the playoffs because
They're
everybody
saying the
knows.
Cavs, right? They're
I
saying the
think
Cavs are like the Hawks, but I don't think. Let me
I
try.
know
People kill me with this take.
Donovan Mitchell
Saying
is so much better than anybody on the Hawks
like,
that year.
are we
So
serious?
much
The best
better.
player was Paul Millsap on that got the
Darius Garland
sweats.
is so much better than Jeff
I
Teague.
think they
What are
better
we
than the
talking
Hawks. I think the Cavs better than the Hawks.
about? Evan
We're going to
Mobley
the
is a
Eastern
better
Conference
defender
Finals. I've been
than
saying that since
anybody
the
on the
season
Hawks.
started. The most resistance we'll face
It's the
if
Celtics.
or I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
but we'll meet them in the conference finals.
you're right.
Like
I think if
it's
we
not going to
face
be.
Orlando, it could be tough in the first round because they're
Orlando will be
even
tough for
better.
anybody though. Like Orlando just
Yeah,
plays
they
tough
haven't been
defense.
I'm
healthy all year.
saying that
His connection
Oh,
is
Scott, everything breaking up.
doo doo garbage.
I don't think the Cavs
Oh
are
shoot!
the Hawks,
Oh, yeah, his thing. Oh, man.
but
Wait, can you repeat that? Oh no! Oh no!
Try to tell.
Oh, all right. But yeah, we'll just keep talking. Um,
Okay.
yeah, the Cavs are. I don't know. Donovan Mitchell has been weird this year because I think he's actually, even though the team is doing a lot better, he's not even more efficient.
Right.
You would think he'd be
I
more efficient,
I
but
don't
he's
think he
not.
has to be.
He's had a
He
lot of
wasn't.
games. No, but you would think so because of the extra spacing, because Mobley is bringing the ball up the court, and Sam Merrill's hitting shots, and Max Strus is hitting shots. But I mean, he's just been missing. But he's starting to play a little bit better now. But
I mean, okay,
we'll see.
I
But I
kind
think
of
the
agree, but
playoff
like,
time it
okay,
could change.
he's shooting like 44% from the field, but even his best year, I'm looking up now, it's like 48% when he averaged 28. I mean, he's around the same numbers. I feel like this is good that the Cavs are relying on Mobley so much. One, he's shining. Two, he's breaking out. Right? What is his fourth year or something like that?
Yeah.
Like now, Mobley and Allen is able to play in a way he can play the pick and roll more. Like when we it was like a couple weeks ago, I went to the Spurs game and Mobley, him or Allen, Mobley didn't play the game, but Allen would just send pick and rolls. Garland was throwing the lobs up. He was getting out. He was playing good defense. Like it gives so many options when Mobley is playing so well. And then Garland is always going to be the X factor if whether we win or lose a series. It's always going to be the
Yes.
case. Garland is like, if he plays bad, we will lose. If he has hella turnovers, we will lose. If he doesn't shoot well, it's bad because then the pressure's back on Mitchell because he thinks he has to carry, even
Yeah.
though like the weight can shift. Like I think now Mobley's in a position where honestly he can arguably be. You could arguably say Mobley's the second best player on the team.
And
With this year,
Yeah, I agree.
I
and
don't.
that's why I think that's why I'm confused on why Mitchell's efficiency isn't up because his usage is down. Like he's not required to do as much. But also, I think his game just requires him to like because most of his scoring is done, isolation,
Hmm.
pick and roll, top of the
That's
key,
true.
wing. So maybe he's just not. Maybe he's more of a James Harden type of player where he has to be on the ball a little bit more, just to be maxed out. But
Yeah.
I do think the way he's playing now, just his style, not necessarily the numbers, is more conducive to winning.
Right.
But we'll have to see. You have anything to say, Caleb?
No, I mean, y'all already touched on it. Like I said, it's really on Darius Garland to
Yeah.
play well because he's the point guard. But Evan Mobley to me, when I seen him at USC, I did not think he will be this successful. He's to me, he's really, really successful. To me, most improved player. Like I said, he got a jump shot now. He plays defense. He got an offensive game. He catches all the lobs. Like I mean, it's the sky's the limit. It's just what are they gonna do? The Cavs gonna do in the conference finals. I
Yeah.
believe they're gonna get to the conference finals. Them and the Celtics. I believe that. I do
So
believe
Yeah.
this
that.
is my
The Celt. Wait, go ahead.
my problem is right, and one of the biggest problems with the Cavs is again, like I said, Garland's an X factor. Garland is not the greatest for post defense. And when last time we played the Celtics,
Like no
they
post defense.
they Jalen Brown literally got it to in the post or the
Ooh,
elbow, and they threw it to him every time, and they scored every time. Or they set a back screen, they throw it up, and they get it every time. And that's gonna kill us. Like Garland had they have to Kenny has to figure out a way to switch that because if they're pitting him down in the post, it's over with. Like that's 3 points because Garland is not defending anybody in the post. That's my only. That's going to be the challenge when we
the
play the
only
Celtics.
the only thing they can. I mean, I know sometimes they go in a zone, but I don't know if you can
Yeah,
really do that against the Celtics because they'll just shoot you out of the zone.
exactly.
And they also can get offensive rebounds like Drew Holiday. He's a great offensive rebounder, Derek White. So they're known for crashing from the perimeter. Even Cornette was killing us on the glass. Like
Yeah,
he was looking
yeah.
like Wilt. I'm like, geez, bro. Like, can you relax? But yeah, that would be a great series.
7 games. 7 games.
The Celtics haven't really been healthy though, so they've had a
Yeah,
lot of health, especially. I mean, Porzingis, he's always been out with stuff,
yeah.
but Drew Holiday's been out. Um, Tatum, so it'll be interesting to see how healthy they are and if the Cavs can exploit that possibly.
Honestly, I think we play better when everybody is locked in. Like everybody's back healthy. I think the Cavs are more locked in. I feel like we like Garland is a lot more careful with the ball. He's not just doing anything. Like
Well, what I
last,
will say, Drew Holiday, hey, take it, rest up, take your time. If you have to sit out a game against the Cavs, sit out. Hey, I'm not gonna force you to come back. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah,
Tatum, hey, I know you put up a tour day every now and then, but if you want to sit out, hey, low manage.
please.
Who y'all got winning the West? Because we just talked about OKC, but who y'all got winning the West?
I got OKC. I mean,
Okay.
we could talk about the Lakers and the Warriors a little bit.
I was about to
The
say.
Lakers, Luca. We cover
Can I be
everything over here.
honest?
And I
For the
think
West, the Warriors don't move me. I told Scott
What?
about this.
what?
The
Interesting.
Warriors, I just don't. I know people they're playing really good. Butler is giving them life. I just am not moved by them at all. Like
I think they're
I
top.
Curry's playing out of his mind. I gotta give. I'm giving
He's
him his flowers.
37 years old.
Listen, I get it, but the Warriors, to me, I don't expect them to get to the Western Conference. I don't. I
Who do you
really
think they'll
don't.
lose to? Well, if what are they, the 4 seed, 5 seed?
I
So
want to
they'll play
say the.
OKC in the second round.
Let's
I
look
don't.
it up real
I got
quick.
nobody beating OKC, but
They'll lose to the second round regardless. I feel like
you think they'll lose to the Lakers? I think they will beat the
I think the
Nuggets.
Lakers are
They
better.
they fifth seed.
I think Houston's better. I think the Lakers are better. Honestly, I take the Nuggets over the
You think
Warriors too.
Houston's better than Golden State?
The Warriors just beat the Nuggets and the
I think
I
Lakers.
know,
I
but
think the
playoffs
Warriors
is
are better
different
than the
though.
Nuggets.
Playoffs
I
is
think,
way different.
That's true, but you got Jimmy Bucket. I mean, yeah, Jimmy
bro.
Bucket. So playoff Jimmy, I mean, my fault.
But can I just talk about the Nuggets for a quick second? Oh my
Yeah,
Yeah.
gosh,
yeah.
free Jokic, bro. Can they? This man has never played with an All Star. I've been I've been a Jokic guy,
That's crazy.
since the Joel Embiid debates
What about
back.
Jamal Murray though?
He's never been an All Star,
No, he's never been all. He
Oh, he
plays
never
like a
been an All Star.
borderline all star in the playoffs, but he's never
but
been an all star.
when they won the championship, they had Bruce Brown, Jeff Green
Yeah,
was playing big minutes, KCP. And then they
Their
literally
bench
got
was nice.
they got
Their
rid
bench
of
was
all of those people, and they got Christian Brown who got better.
Mhm.
But
he's
outside
nice.
of that, who like Russell Westbrook? Like, what are we doing? Like, can we get
He
can
has
we
his
get him some
moments. I
help,
know
bro?
people hate on him. He has his
No,
moments where he's just
he's
playing.
averaging
He doesn't
4 or
play
5
good.
turnovers a game, and he's a bench player. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, it's Russ. You just got to take him for what he is.
no,
Who was
He's
no,
MVP?
you got to take him off the team.
he
I got
does not.
Shea. I got
Shay,
Shea
oh,
MVP.
Shay's been had that for the past few months.
Now
I'm
Shay
Jokic,
just
got
saying, Jokic just dropped 60, 10, and 10.
it.
I
Doesn't
didn't
matter.
know if
they're,
It
it
doesn't
is.
matter.
they're
They're the
It
first
first.
doesn't
seed. They're like
matter.
10 plus games ahead of the second seed, gapping. Shay's averaging day near third. Come on, it's
Yeah, I
Shay.
got Shea. I got Shea
No,
Because if
though.
it
no,
was
he's
Jokic
averaging. No, Shea's averaging 33.
or 30, oh my bad, 33.
Yeah, he's
If it
hooping.
was Jokic the other way around, they give it to Jokic right away. Doesn't matter if the Thunder were second seed. Let's say if they were, if they're 10 plus games ahead of the come on,
Now,
it's Shay. It's
I say if OKC or if you put Donovan Mitchell or if Shea was putting up Donovan Mitchell numbers, then Jokic will run away with the award. But Shea is having a
oh yeah,
historic season,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that makes it difficult. But Jokic is arguably having the greatest season of all time. His team just sucks. Like his team without him on the court is the worst team in
It's
the league,
bad. It's
and
bad.
with him on the court, they're like plus 18 net rating. And
Yeah,
OKC, when Shea doesn't play, they still play like a playoff contender. And when he's on the
yeah.
court, they play like the greatest team of all time. But I mean, they're winning,
It's
so he's gonna get the edge. So because
yeah,
they've won
exactly.
64 games already. So
It's somewhat close, but the team success you just can't overlook it. They're gonna give it to him. It's
yeah,
just
like
not.
when Curry was when they went 73-9, like you're not gonna give it to James Harden just because he was dropping 30-point triple doubles. Like it's
Yeah,
just nothing you can do. You're just winning too
I
many games.
the Nuggets again, another one that's like I would take them over just because of how good Jokic is. I take him over a lot of people. And like when I say the Warriors, they're decent, right? They're really good. I think when playoffs come, Curry, Draymond, we see what Draymond can. Draymond's actually been playing pretty good. Draymond's been playing solid. I mean, his name is thrown in the defensive player of the year.
Defensive
But
player of the
Mobley
Favorite.
should get
year.
that.
He's the
Defensive player
favorite.
of the year.
It's because he
Mobley, no, no,
started
no, no. I'm
yapping.
saying they're throwing his name in there. Like
No, he's the
he's just
favorite.
been. Is he the favorite?
Yes, because
Yes, he's the
he
favorite.
started yapping on ESPN and they made him the
What?
favorite. It should be
Yeah.
Mobley, but
Yeah, he the
uh,
favorite.
If he gets it and
he's getting
Mobley
it.
doesn't,
You about to see the
oh, it
most
really should be
unhinged
Victor's.
version of
It should be
Draymond.
Victor's
Well, Victor is in the
if he was
hospital,
healthy.
so
Yeah. Oh
prayers
my
up for
gosh.
Victor.
Okay, I thought.
I
Damn, I
thought it was
thought
going to
Mobley
be
was
AD
still.
until he got hurt
Oh,
after
AD
Victor got
too.
injured, but he
Yeah,
got hurt again. So
that
yeah,
was crazy.
my opinion on the Warriors, they're 20-2 when Butler and Curry play. So I think they can beat anybody, honestly. Um,
I don't think that's going to be enough for the Lakers. Or
enough
I take it
against the
back.
Lakers.
They can beat
They can beat
Houston.
the
I take it back.
Lakers. They can beat the Lakers. They can beat Houston. They can beat Denver. I mean, they could beat OKC if
The
they
Lakers,
get
we
hot.
gotta play better. One thing about the Lakers, we gotta play better right now because we still, man, Luca not playing defense, and he not like shooting effectively. Like he not shooting a high percentage for real.
At all. I don't. How many
Yeah,
games has he even had shooting over 50% from the
I
field?
know it's kind of weird. I
Shit,
think he's
crazy.
still on. Well, and I don't want to like give him an excuse, but I feel like he's really not comfortable in his system.
He's just fat. I mean, it's just
And
not a
yeah, he
shape.
is out of shape. But I just don't know if it's like he's not like really locked into the team he's in. Because usually I'm not used to Luca being for this long of a period of time not shooting somewhat well. Like
Right.
it's kind of weird to see him go through these like weird droughts.
Yeah,
And it's
and
kind of
LeBron is even taking a back seat a few of the games, and Austin
yeah,
Reeves is. I mean, Austin Reeves can play with anybody. Like
he's
he's
been
Mhm.
stepping
just
up like
he's
crazy. He's
Austin
been
Reeves is basically black at this point.
he's been going crazy.
But
He
yeah,
crazy.
he is hooping. Yeah, Austin
I'm like, whoa.
Reeves, Luca, that's a good foundation. Luca just plays. absolutely. He plays negative defense. Um,
Negative.
He's always
no,
not playing
if I
defense.
saw Luca on the court,
That's what I'm used to.
you know that Drake meme where he's playing defense. That's what they see when they see Luca.
Yeah, no, it's.
They see
I hope
food.
in the playoffs he steps it up because he's a
He's not.
playoff riser.
Oh, you
Mhm.
talking about the
So
offense? Yeah, okay.
yeah, on offense, he's a playoff riser. So I'm not really too worried. LeBron's been trying to just chill. Like he's been trying to just be like, just go crazy. He says this in the interviews. He'll be like, I want Luca to just tee up. Like
Mhm.
it shouldn't be an issue. He's not like ball hogging. He's LeBron cuts to the basket. He doesn't have to. He's gonna pass him the ball. Like,
That narrative that when they said Luca and LeBron are both
oh my
ball
god,
dominant, like did they not watch LeBron play with Kyrie and D Wade?
yeah. I don't
You
know.
guys looking at he's literally
Me-
getting lobs from D Wade every other play.
Media is
Well, he
just
can't
it's
play
a
off ball. What?
they, they think I feel like if you're not if they think you're not a point guard, you're just not ball dominant or something like that. I don't know what because
I don't know what they think of this. They
how
just
many
say
Hall of
stuff.
Famers who need the ball and has averaged 20 plus as he played with.
They just say stuff, bro.
Like LeBron was giving 80 the ball every trip. Like it's
Did you
like that's
see you see Tracy McGrady? He said that LeBron wouldn't suit well in a 1v1. Like one thing about LeBron,
against who?
I think people have
Yeah,
forgotten
guess who?
how good he was like 10 plus years ago because it's been so long and he just keeps playing. But they're remembering the Lakers LeBron. I mean, he was still fry everybody when he was 35, 40, but when he was 25, like, bro,
Yeah, that Brown was different though.
they're not watching the film.
But like who specifically is he talking about 1v1? Just in general? He's
Like
not good at
Tracy
ones.
McGrady said it. He said he wouldn't suit fare well in a 1v1.
Tracy McGrady is he. We all know Tracy McGrady a dog, but I don't know. I do agree with LeBron. I don't know why the older generation is talking like so much down on the younger
It's just
generation.
so toxic. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's that's just a very ignorant statement. Like
And you don't see anything like that in any other sport. Like football, you see the like Tom Brady, they're always keeping in contact with Mahomes and then Lamar.
really.
But it's
Even
something about
Shadur, like he's
yeah,
just
Shador,
training
Tom
with like
Brady.
or
Yeah.
Shadori. Like it's just like cool stuff like that. Be having a mentor, like you can't get that in the NBA because they just hold on to these
They just
egos.
hate.
Like Shaq is one of the biggest people to like pioneer this with big men. He doesn't he talks crazy about Joel Embiid. Or rightfully, I mean, there's criticism there. He doesn't play and like he's just a playoff dropper. We know this.
He admitted
Talks
to not
Jokic,
watching the games.
yeah,
Yeah, he was
even
talking
Carl Anthony
crazy
Towns,
about Jokic.
yeah. Cat, I know he hates Gobert. Like
Dwight
the
Howard.
list, Dwight Howard,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
The list goes on. Like it, how are you not forming good relationships with people and talking about even? I hope you guys remembered when he made that comment to Donovan Mitchell about like he wasn't like I don't know if he was saying he wasn't playing great or
He was
whatever,
using
and then
it
like
as motivation. He's like, use
yeah,
this as
like
like, no, you're just
that's
toxic,
just
bro.
not true.
You just toxic, bro.
Yeah,
He you remember Shaq is very insecure because he made a diss track to Shannon Sharp because Shannon Sharp said something about him and it wasn't even that personal. Like
Yeah,
you
I know you're
remember that?
talking
I think I
Like
remember
you
that.
made a
Yeah,
whole diss track, bro. That is one of the lamest things
yeah.
I have ever seen.
It's just corny. He's just so old to be doing these childish things.
Way
Like
too
just
old.
petty.
Way
And
too
it's
like
just nobody uplifts the league. Like you can't even think of one analyst besides like Nick. Right? There's a couple that like actually genuinely that doesn't just talk about LeBron and like other people.
yeah.
Like I know people have their takes on certain analysts, but I feel like
it's about the clicks
yo,
nowadays. That's all it's
yeah,
about.
I hope when NBC and Amazon start covering the games because they're actually bringing NBA players in. I hope they start to change that because ESPN and TNT have ruined the sport because there's nothing wrong with the way the game is played. If anything, this is the highest level the game has ever been.
I
But
agree.
because of the coverage, you would think that it's people just not trying on defense when in reality, the skill is just so much higher than it's
The
ever been.
ceiling's higher, literally.
And people are just you have to be more versatile. You have to be able to do multiple things. You can't just be a specialist. Um, but that's not what gets that's not what gets you views. So
LeBron and Jordan
um,
debates do.
The only
That's
thing I don't like
at
about
this
this
point, like who
totally
is
NBA,
even
push.
watching that anyway? Like, who
We're
the
so
only
cares?
thing I don't
tired
like,
of this.
the only thing
What'd
I
you
like
say?
about this NBA is the D is like the fouling. Not on the players though. The players they can't control
Yeah,
this.
the rest,
With the rest, with the like, you can't even play D. That's the only thing, but it's not the player's
The
fault.
refs are
the
that's a
technical
whole
fouls is the
different.
worst part. The
Yeah,
technical, like they give
that
out
too.
some of the
Technical
weakest
fouls.
technical fouls. If you had to, if you guys had to fix like some of the problems, because there are a lot of problems with the NBA still, what would you guys try to fix? Because I
That's
know,
a
I
good
know,
question.
I made a whole plan about how I would fix this.
That's
Fix
a good question. I think just yeah. I think the refs was a good point. Like kind of just like letting the guys play more and be more physical. Um, because that way, like it encourages people to not like even with celebrations and stuff like that, like just enjoying the game. Maybe apparel, like even like stuff they used to ban, like they used to people used to wear headbands
The
and other
ninja
stuff.
headband.
Yeah,
hmm
like just small stuff that kind of made the game a little unique. The small little things that just
I
gave it
completely
flavor.
agree. Yeah, I
And then oh, so you can go.
no, go ahead, finish.
Um, because that way a lot of people are like in the league are afraid to like dunk, or you hear a lot more like, oh, I'm trying to like I'm not trying to get hurt or I'm not trying to do this. And I feel like a part of it is the refs kind of holding like a lasso to the players' necks when they're like dunking or they're getting too like hype over a
Yeah,
dunk and they celebrate and then they get
yeah.
pinned for it. And it's kind
Yeah.
of frustrating. I feel like even John Morant, like 2 years ago, we get a dunk every two
It's a
quarters.
parade
Like
inside
that,
my city. Yeah.
yeah, like it. I think after that, he kind of just died down. He doesn't want to do dunk contests. Like even Anthony Edwards, he doesn't even dunk as much. He used to just like we don't get these moments that are core or
Did you see
hype
his dunk
in
last
the
night
game.
though?
I'm gonna say he just
I
dunked on
did. Oh no, he did. He did. He did.
somebody.
I mean,
And then
everyone's
they made a whole
yeah, of
commercial
course.
about it.
I did. But like there, I feel like there was more guys that were able to express themselves or their talent without getting pinned by the refs, like
I think they also get shamed
constantly.
by the public though.
Exactly.
That's another thing. But what I would say is you said the little things. I completely agree with that because I remember when I was watching like LeBron on the Heat and they would have the player introductions. Now
Oh yeah.
they replace that with a DoorDash commercial. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
If I want to see some random act, some C-list actor on a DoorDash commercial, or would I rather see flames coming out of the scoreboard watching
Yeah.
the player introductions? Also, the amount of ads on the court is like, what are we doing? There's way too many ads on the court. Like, why do I see Michelob Ultra? Isn't this supposed to be family like friendly? Like,
Yeah.
why are there beer ads
Yeah.
on the side of the court? They got the hologram ads going where they change like every 10 minutes. That stuff
Yeah.
is terrible. Um, Also, like we said before, the media coverage is god awful. The the apparel fanatics, they're known to have low quality apparel. They need to be replaced by anybody. Shoot, I'll make it myself. Anybody. Like that stuff is terrible. Um, I just canceled any possible fanatic sponsorship. But
Rip.
um, yeah. So yeah, players are. I mean, this really started with LeBron going to Miami, but like you feel ashamed of like just letting they don't let their careers develop out because it's always compared to somebody from the past.
Yeah.
LeBron couldn't just let his career play out. He was compared to Jordan, so he was like, I need to get rings. KD did the same thing. And then a bunch of people followed that. because they just felt like I have to get a ring or else
Or
my
they
career
retire. Yeah,
meant nothing.
yeah.
That's
Um,
true.
so yeah,
I definitely agree. I feel like even with the topic on teams moving and how to like cement your legacy, I think Carmelo just got inducted, right?
Hmm.
yeah,
He's someone that I think in his city, not I think I know, is very super duper influential. And like he didn't have a ring, obviously. He had a gold medal and like other stuff. He had a college championship, I think.
yeah.
And the influence he had, people are never gonna forget Hezmo Melo, Joe.
No,
Like even
favorite
he may
color
not,
yellow.
yeah, he may not be like you know
Top
top
10
four
player all
championships,
time, but
yeah,
who cares? But
MVP. But when you hear Melo, you're like, oh no, like he was a dog. Like
yeah,
you, his name is engraved in the game of basketball. So when I see like KD, I touched on it before, like constantly keep moving teams and trying to do these buyouts. Like he's gonna average 27, 26 a game. Any team, you could put him. It doesn't matter. He'll average the same amount of points, the same amount of assists and rebounds. Like it's about having a legacy. That's the only con with KD. With players like KD, he doesn't have a legacy. Yeah, I mean, Golden State, I mean, best hands down best player. When he went there, he two rings, but it's people don't look at it as, oh man, like he's gonna get a statue in you know, or he's gonna get he might get his
anywhere.
jersey. Yeah,
He better
literally, and
get
I
one in
can't
He
even.
Golden State.
deserves a statue though.
He
It's
deserved one in Golden
KD.
State.
He,
He deserved one in Golden State, in my
yeah,
opinion.
'Cause
yeah,
he
two
was the
two
number one
chips.
option.
Yeah, yeah. He deserves one in Golden
That's
State.
fair. I mean,
I
they're
mean,
gonna give it to Draymond
honestly,
playing
Oh,
Curry
most
first, but
definitely. Of course they gonna come first, but
honestly,
it's
I think I think that he deserves one in OKC, but just the way he left, I think that just left a bad taste in their
I
mouth
I I can't
because
even
he put them
justify
on
it.
the
Yeah, like
map.
you said, because he left. It's like it's not that he got traded or you know what I mean. Like
They left to the
Russell
team that
Westbrook
beat
deserves
him.
one. He deserves one before. I
y'all
mean,
crazy.
even like when you think of Russell
Oh,
Westbrook's
it's nuts.
situation, people love him so much is he's a hard worker, right? He may not be the crazy. I mean, he's one of the best point guards.
Best players ever. He's one of the best
Yeah, he also the
players
best,
ever.
but top 10 to me is point guard. Like he's gonna get a statue in OKC for sure. Wizards,
Yeah,
what he did on the Wizards, I feel like
he's
he's
not
not
getting.
talked about enough. When he averaged like a triple double for the Wizards. I mean, it went to the playoffs.
I
It
think
was
that
just
actually
him.
hurt the Wizards. He made them too good. They should have been. They should
I
have just tanked.
Yeah, I mean but it's crazy because he after the All Star break, I think that's when they started going like insane. Like
Yeah,
they weren't even they were like a low seed, and then he just went out crazy. And it's like Russell Westbrook is so respectable because he just comes there and works and puts his head down. Right? He's
yeah.
not obviously Houston. It didn't pan out.
He was still
Um,
averaging 27. Harden was averaging like
exactly.
34. They just ran into
It,
LeBron and the Lakers.
and there's not much you can do
And they
about
had
that.
PJ Tucker at center. Like,
Yeah. And it's just guys, players like that like have a legacy, and that structure. It just makes the game so much more enjoyable because you can grow and be like, oh, like I love this player and so, but he may not have been crazy. Like old heads have their guys that maybe they didn't win rings. Obviously, like if you're in the Bird Magic and you know, the MJ era, like it's just hard to do that. But like you have those specific players that were really, really good and they couldn't, but their names are you still remember them. I
Hmm.
feel like now it's gonna be tough. Like we had something like that. I mean, we still can. But guys like maybe like Paul George, um, who else?
Paul
Paul George,
George
one of them.
might have he might have ruined his he might have ruined
He's
it.
looking
What
tight.
happened to him, man? What happened
He's
to
looking tight.
Hey,
playoff P?
playoff P was always terrible.
He's
Just
hurt. He's just always hurt.
pandemic P.
Yeah,
He
like
said
it's
he
guys
really
like that. I
he
mean, people
said
just remember.
he said let me get the same contract as Kawhi, buddy. You're not as good as Kawhi. Like, can
Yeah,
we? What are we talking about? You're, you're not the
yeah.
same
We
player.
love you though, Paul George. We love you, but you
Hey,
got to get it together on the court.
you know how Club 520. They're like, get well soon, Paul George, man, get
Yeah,
well
it's
soon because
it's
he needs it. The whole Sixers organization needs it.
It's a bad
They
word.
need they need a prayer. They have so many nice players. Like they have Quentin Grimes, uh, Maxi, Embiid, Paul George, but they
I mean, if
just
they played,
they just don't play.
if
It's
they played,
ridiculous.
man.
It's ridiculous, man.
But yeah,
What else?
going. I'm trying to think what else that could change in the league that should change.
What about load management or no?
I
I
don't
think they
even think it's
handled
that
that.
bad. Like
Yeah, it's not
there's
that
only
bad
a
anymore.
few there's only a few players that do it, really. Like Embiid, but he has chronic knee issues.
Yeah.
Kawhi, he has chronic knee issues.
Right.
Outside of that, like who else really does it?
LeBron.
Yeah, he's 40 years old. Like.
Yeah, I think he can get a pass. I think he's
Yeah, I mean
okay.
he's done enough, I think.
No, he did do enough though. He did. He did. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, no, it's really just media. That's my biggest. We need more younger people or slash NBA players to talk about the game, celebrate the game.
There's a lot of NBA players that just say like the people on Gil's Arena, Rashad
Well,
McCants,
those
he needs to be he somebody needs to put a muzzle on his mouth because
not the one. Yeah,
he just
not
be
the one with
saying
egos.
nonsense.
Bro,
They put
Just
up
that's why it's good though, because he always says something that nobody agrees with. So that's why it's
literally it's just rage bait.
it's just rage bait, just for rage bait purposes, just for the sake of it. Like
He's such a troll.
it's just like talk about 1v1s and who he beat. Come on, like why are we going down this random rabbit hole? And then he's like doing comparisons with Brandon Jennings. Like,
Uh,
I'm not saying their careers weren't like, decent. You made it to the league and stuff like that. But when you talk
they had
about
great
all stars and,
careers.
yeah,
They average
guys
double
that
digits in the NBA. But like, why are we? What are we talking about? They just say nonsense.
like, what's your thoughts
uh,
about that? You got Brandon Jennings, who Jack
Brandon Jennings
T,
doesn't know what he's talking about.
he just
Marcus Thornton. Like what about the old, like the older dudes about to start playing each other 1-on-1? How y'all think about that? Like
I
how
just hope they don't pull a hamstring. That's all I hope. That's it.
Lou Williams too?
Yeah,
oh,
Lou Williams
Lou,
could.
come on.
I feel like he could
Lou,
just be 60 and still be getting buckets. He'll play
yeah,
no defense though, but he'll get buckets.
yeah, because
But
then he called out Lou, right?
Yeah,
Somebody called out. Oh, okay.
who did?
Then Brandon Jennings, he was talking crazy to
Brandon
Tatum, I
Jennings.
think.
He was. I had 55 as a rookie. I was the number one player in high school. We're talking about the NBA. Like,
Like,
we're talking about
they
high
keep
school.
bringing up high school, like, oh my gosh, that's I don't know. And he was talking about Tatum and saying like he wasn't. I think he was just criticizing him for the playoffs or like how he did last finals.
Right.
And I'm like, Tatum was way better. He was better than Brandon Jennings his first year in the league, second year in
Well,
the
he
league.
was better than Brandon Jennings in college, but
I don't know why he's trying to pick these like weird battles with just NBA
it's
players.
not even that he was better. Because that's not because he. I mean, he's better than us, but it's just his analysis is just based on terrible information or
Yeah,
actually no information. So and that's a lot of
yeah.
them. Like I
That's,
remember last year, Kenyon Martin, they were talking about the Mavs and Luka and Kyrie. He was like, Kyrie is the number one option on the Mavericks. Like, all right, like can we take you off the airwaves, bro? There is no way that just uttered out of your mouth. What are you talking
I
about?
saying that, yeah. I don't know.
Shout out to
That's
Kyrie. Get
You
well
shout out
soon, Kyrie.
Kyrie.
that was actually sad to see because AD was
Oh,
they're supposed to play together.
there's a few more things before we go. Nico Harrison. Hey, hey man,
Thanks.
you better learn Chinese.
He
You better learn Chinese.
I hope
He's gonna
that's
have to. Hey,
I hope
he
that
is.
security is tight for him, man. Because
He needs more security than Trump right now because he is a wanted. He's the most wanted man in America.
it's Mavericks record right now.
AD came back. They're about to
They
be in the
hurt.
play-in. They're about to
Oh,
play.
let me
Okay,
check.
you remember when Charles Barkley said they're the second best team in the West
Yep,
after they got AD? Hey
I
man,
do.
hey man.
They're 38 and 41 right now. They
Aren't
could. I
aren't they
mean,
ahead of the
They can
Suns?
still do something, but it's over.
yeah,
It's
They're ahead
over.
of the Suns. The Suns are a joke though.
Yes,
yeah.
joke.
We don't take the Sun serious.
They do have like $2 hot dogs though, so for food. Shout out the Suns.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, there's one more thing. Uh Bronny, shout out to Bronny. There's a lot of people
oh yeah.
talking about Bronny.
Right.
He averaged 22 in the G League.
It just takes some
Um,
time, man. You got to
if
really develop for like it's and nobody can tell me he's too small because a lot of Trae Young is small. Fox is small. I mean, Fox is like 6'3". There's like Bronny's what 6'1" or 6'2".
yeah,
Like he's about the same. Dame is like 6'2". Like Bronny will be fine. He may not be the greatest player. He may not be better than
he
Michael
doesn't need to
Jordan.
be. Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't have to be that.
not
Like
gonna come close.
he could just be him. It would
He
be
just
cool.
play a
Like
role in the NBA.
3 and D,
And
good ball handler.
like
That's really all you
he's
needed.
what
Needed
what
it.
hindered what hindered his development was him uh not being a star player at Sierra Canyon and on his AAU team. So he never
Yeah,
really was the first option. In the G League, he was the first option that he really started to, you know, develop over the course of the season. So I think that was just good for his overall game. And
confidence.
now he knows how to be a dog. So like
Yeah,
he can translate that into NBA games. And I think he's gonna be in the next 2, 3 years, he's gonna be a solid starter, whether that's on the Lakers or
facts.
anywhere else. So
Yeah,
um, yeah, people just hate on him
Most
because he's
definitely.
LeBron's
yeah.
son.
That's
But,
he's gonna. I mean, yeah. It's gonna be. They're gonna. It's gonna be worse for Bryce. It's gonna be if Bryce will make it. He'll be in the league too, but like
I think Bryce should spend multiple years in college
at
because he's
least
not going to
two.
play with LeBron, so he doesn't have to worry about rushing. So
Yeah, at least 2 years. His offense it just isn't as polished as Bronny's, in my
yeah,
opinion. I don't think his
they just got to
even
give
his
him time.
defense.
Like we got to give these
Yeah,
people time. Like people used to have time to develop, but now they're just expected to be nice from day one.
Right.
that's
But
true. That's true.
all
That's
right, I think that'll wrap up this episode. Um, thank anybody that happened to tune in. Um,
uh
thanks, Caleb,
first of
Scott.
many.
Prayers up to Scott. He just disappeared into the
He'll be
void of
back.
I don't know what. Um, thanks, Kalechi. Appreciate you being on
Yeah.
here. Um, we'll have to do it again soon. So, all right,
Once a week in the summer,
once a week. Yep.
podcast in person. Getting these
Oh, in
vids out.
person, $5 tickets. If anybody want to pull up,
Yeah.
all proceeds will go to my bank account. Thank you very much. All right, though.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. Peace.
All right.